So once again, it's the daily challenge, and today is a recording day, and we're starting a little bit late. We have yellow plates, which is a little bit concerning. This looks very Filipino. Actually, this does not look Filipino. Is this? Yeah, this is Sri Lanka. I was looking at the Google car, and I could see sort of the French flag stripes. I wasn't too sure because it didn't look that Sri Lankan. But yeah, it's Sri Lankan with the Sinhalese. A lot of English as well, or English or Latin. Colombo. So that tells us we are in the capital of Colombo. Sri Lanka is not doing too well these days with the economy. It's been on the news a bit lately. Miranda, I'm assuming that's going to be a neighborhood of Colombo. I don't know much about Sri Lanka on Geoguessr. Usually I just plonk around the middle. Usually, I think my usual hedge spot is Kandy. But yeah, I'm just trying to find Miranda or Deansborough. That sounds very like a very Anglo name. So perhaps we're closer to the center. Miranda, here we go. Dean's Road. Surely we can see it pretty easily now. Dean's Road is Simmons Road. I really should check the orientation of the road as well. Could be this one. Is it a north-south road? It is a north-south road. So I'd be surprised if it isn't this one. I don't know what type. I don't know what road this is, but could be this one. Could be further up. Seems like the name of the road isn't really showing up anyway, so that's not ideal. Miranda roads. No, I think we're somewhere around here. We came in from the west, I think. We're heading east. See if we can find this name of this road. Doesn't seem like it. Wow, it's a very long name. Typical for Sinhalese, I think. And I think it's this one. Yeah, I think we're somewhere around here. KLI Guest House. And we are 29 meters off. That's a good start. This is Puerto Rico. Line boring. I don't know where this is. Kilometer 0.09. So I think the kilometers say how far you are from San Juan. I think that was how it works. Merlin's Pub. There's a few businesses around this area, so maybe we could use one of those for pinpointing. De Puerto Rico, that's not going to help us at all. We already know the country. I need some sort of sign which tells us what neighborhood we're in. The other problem with Puerto Rico is that the movement speeds are quite slow for some reason. You move very slowly. You can't really travel long distances within a daily challenge because it's time limited. But I think we have a major road now. I think, yeah, 19.2 is the distance away from San Juan. I think that was the tip which I heard, that all the signs are based around San Juan. So let's see if we go this way, are the numbers going up or down? Alvarez funeral, that's not going to help us either. We need to find something which tells us. So we had 19.2 earlier, we have McDonald's. This is very clearly an American territory. Surely at least one of these buildings should have an address on it. It's usually, it's very much the case for Latin America, but usually don't see it for Puerto Rico. I just Don't really know why. Surely something will have an address. Speaking of some things which we don't have, we still don't have any second distance marker. That will change shortly. So we're going further away from San Juan, going northeast? Okay, that doesn't work at all. I don't know. We're going northeast and we're going further away. Are we going further away from Ponce, for example? Oh, we need to guess quickly before we run out of time. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're in some of the outskirts regions of San Juan. Maybe we're around Ponce. No, we were even further into the outskirts of San Juan. This is San Marino. This is very clear San Marino. If you look that way, you can see the castles. I think those are the castles at least of San Marino. So we are somewhere on the extremities of San Marino. I'm pretty sure. I've lost visual reference to the mountains. So I've actually been to San Marino before. It's very famous for a bunch of forts on top of a hill. And those make up the symbol of the principality. So I'm trying to figure out where it is. I thought I saw it just then. Yeah, it's really far to like northwest. When I went to San Marino, it was a bit of a miserable day. It was cold and rainy. Should not have gone back to spawn just then, actually. Yeah, it was cold and rainy, but it was an interesting experience, like visiting all the castles. We have Splotani and Della Volte. We're going to be in this kind of region, I'm pretty sure. Mandriola. It could be around here, but just somewhere to the south of the towers. Fiorentina, Splotani, and Della Volte. Fontescara. This is not ideal, but I think we can find it. This is really far away, so we shouldn't be this close. Maybe we're here. I would be surprised if we were around here. Yeah, I don't know whether... Oh, Della Voltaire. Della Voltaire. And road kind of curves around this way, which doesn't really make too much sense. Wait, does the road terminate this way? Oh, yeah, it does. Cool. And 42 meters. Okay, we're closer to the end of the road than I thought we were. Oh boy, some Cyrillic. We have a stop sign. .ua, mega style. I'm usually quite bad at Ukraine, so that's not going to be ideal. But this is very clearly Ukrainian. You usually won't see a UA in Russia, for example. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out where this might be. Looks towards the eastern half of the country. Maybe Kharkiv, maybe Dnipro. Wouldn't be the first time we've seen Dnipro in the daily challenge recently. And how are we going to go about this? Sumk. That's not a place. Ideally, we should be able to find the road to the train station. Okay, thank you, Geo. Can we move? Yeah, maybe we'll try to figure out what color car it is. If we have the black car, it's Donetsk, but this does not look like Donetsk. Donetsk is very open and wide. Kharkiv. That tells us we're not in Kharkiv, by the way. And Kharkiv is to the southeast. I don't know why it is with Ukrainian cities and signs, but if you see a sign to a major city, that means you're absolutely nowhere near the major city. So we have Lebe, Lebedi, Lebedi. I don't know. Southeast to Kharkiv, Poltava. Or we could find a sign going the other direction. Kiev, somewhere between Kiev and Kharkiv, or it has to be Poltava, surely. It's either it's either Poltava or Dnipro, and I feel like with Dnipro, could be a Dnipro still. Again, it wouldn't be the first time that we've been in. Oh, it was Sumy. Sumy, okay. That was unexpected. I didn't even know they had coverage. Okay. Well, I guess it makes sense. It makes sense, sort of. McDonald's, yeah, I probably could have seen that on the map. That was not very good. But Poltava wasn't a terrible guess. And I think this is the final round. Ostbahn. So we're in Vienna somewhere, I'm pretty sure. This is going to be Vienna. Einbahn, definitely Vienna. And which one? Sibelia Strasse. So it's some sort of Finnish name. I don't know why. Um, which one is 10? I remember I used to have memorized well, a lot of the outskirts Vienna districts, and usually there's a method to them. But I can't remember which one is 10. Hautestelle. Straßenbahn, Haltestelle. Which way is it to Vienna Central? Luckily, Vienna's pretty compact. We're going to be pretty close no matter where we go, as long as we're within Vienna. Yeah, District 10 in Vienna. I really should know this. I think I saw a sus.at, interesting URL. We have a freeway, but I don't think we can go. I don't think we can go up it, and we're actually going into the city, going out of the city limits. We are 10 in Vienna. I need to figure out which way Vienna actually is, what central Vienna actually is. Otherwise, I think if we it doesn't look like there's much to the south. It looks like a bit of a valley, so that could just be the Danube. It's one of the Danube valleys. Yeah, that does not look like Vienna at all. So we could be like Vorsund, something around here, Oberla, Vorsendorf, Schönbrunn, somewhere around here. I reckon would be a pretty good option. If we can find a tram or a streetcar line, that would be ideal, most ideal. But yeah, we don't really see much. Seems like there's a streetcar going along Trieste Strasse. And I feel like might be a bit too far out. Mountains to our northwest as well, which actually makes a lot of sense. We have McDonald's, but I think our sense of location is too vague for us to use. McDonald's, Eisenstadt. Oh, close enough, I reckon. I don't see any Eisenstadt. Oh, we were very close actually. So 49995. So yeah, 24 points, almost 24.5. Fairly ordinary day. I think Ukraine was the one which hurt us the most. Otherwise, it was pretty solid all around. Seems like a lot of people have pinpointed it a lot better. But yeah, the one which really hurt us was Ukraine, which I mean wasn't a bad guess to guess Poltava. It would have been either Poltava, maybe Dnipro, and Sumy, which I've completely forgot about. So um, actually, in hindsight, it would have made sense if we were in Sumy because the sign was pointing southeast to Kharkiv, and Sumy is northwest of Kharkiv, and there's McDonald's which you can use as a clue.